Coming to you live from 24th Street in San Francisco, California. Welcome to The Art Show with Sirron, Norris, and Brendon, Metcalf.
Hello, hello. Welcome to The Art Show. Mr. B, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well, Sirron. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I am so happy that this year is almost over. I think it's just fucking right here. Yes, man, I'm happy this year is over, man. How was your holiday? How was your Thanksgiving?
Holidays are cool, low-key, and I like holidays, but sometimes they can be really stressful, so I'm actually kind of appreciative of the fact that I don't have to fly and these huge family gatherings. It's a mandatory low-key, and I mess with that. That's cool.
Right on. I feel you. I really miss my parents, but I usually do a traditional thing of driving down to see my mom and dad, which I'm sure they're probably watching. How you doing, Mom and Dad? I hope my dad is doing all right. He locked himself out of the garage. I think he had to cut a hole in it and climb in it. So I was just worried about my dad this week. Yeah, I had a good holiday. I got to virtually do it with my parents and then, kick it with my wife and mother-in-law. So I had a good holiday too. Annabelle, where's Annabelle? Let's bring Annabelle in here. Annabelle,
hey!
How was your holiday? How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. My family, we gathered.
You gathered?
We got together.
That's not something that is safe, huh?
I know. I shouldn't say this with a big grin on my face.
You're breaking the COVID rules. We're in California. We're not that loose here. That's okay.
Part of
that
the
you
problem.
admit that
Part of the problem.
You're breaking rules of the state of California. That's fine.
So we
now
all
get
got
out of here.
tested. We all got
Get
tested.
out of here.
And everybody.
What's going on, Henry?
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes it okay. Get her out of here. Lori. We'll see her later. Down. Okay. You know what, Mr. B? Let's get this show started. We've been lollygagging and talking enough. Let's start the news. Let's set this off real quick, knowing that this is the last news that we're gonna have of 2020. Let's Roy, play the news for us, please.
News. Well, 2020 is almost over. This is officially our last newscast of the year. Now, this was a hell of a year. 2020 was to years like mosquitoes are to insects or Republicans are to humans. Okay, Joe Biden has officially announced an all-female press secretary cabinet. This is really insane. It's going to be the most inclusive, diverse cabinet known to man. Barbie McElhaney, Trump's press secretary, said, "Fake news, we have the most inclusive, diverse group of white men ever." Okay, in sports news, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones got out of retirement to join the Legends of Boxing series, which is also known as the Senior Citizens No One Wants to Watch Boxing series. Thank you so much for spending time with us. I really appreciate you watching the news. This is our 5th episode. We'll see you in 2021.
Wow.
Nice. Did you see the fight, Sirron?
I do not watch sports. No. Why would I do that, dude?
This is a genuine question.
Oh, is it? Then you have not known me long enough. Well, we've been great. Okay. Listen. Last episode, episode 4. We started the trials and tribulations between two pieces of fruit. And I want to continue this journey. And I think it's important for us all to kind of look and see the possibilities and the future for these two pieces of fruit. One of the most oddest flavors in the world is orange banana. And so I decided to title this series Orange Banana. Have you ever had an orange banana like popsicle, Mr. B?
Yeah, they make like a juice too. It's not horrible, but it's interesting.
It's not horrible, but it's interesting. Exactly how this animation is. It is not horrible, but it is interesting. Roy, take it away. Play my animation.
Hey girl, how you doing? What's up? You cool?
Who, me? Nah, I'm Florida hot, baby.
You're tripping, girl, like a bunch of bananas.
That's how I roll. Woo, who is that?
Oh, this is my cousin from Mexico.
What? Oh, really?
Hola, me llamo Platino Domingo. Who is this cutie? Who, me?
Wait, what's going on here?
I went to the doctor today and he said I need more vitamin C in my life.
Oh, hell no.
Riveting. I can't wait
love
to
it.
see what happens next. I'm excited. They
Is
have
that
a
the
life of
second or
their
the
own.
third?
This is the second episode, so we're gonna have a third
Wow.
episode eventually.
Okay.
I can't tell you what's gonna happen,
No.
but it doesn't look like it's good for the plantain. Okay, Mr. B, do we have some special guests today? We have
We have
more
some-
than one guest. We have two guests.
At the same time, two very special guests with us, Gordon Jones and Bria G. We're excited to have them here.
Bria, Miss B. We like to call her Miss B.
Miss B, yeah.
And
She's
now, a special guest.
Transition. Nice. Welcome.
what's going on, y'all?
We
Hey,
got
guys.
Bria and Gordon here. These two, we are so happy to have them there here today. They have successfully created one of the latest viral images that has embraced the world. Roy, do we have an opportunity to throw that up if we can? This image, of course, coincided with, I think, like strategically, timing-wise, I'd love to hear about it, but it hit us right at this moment where Kamala Harris became our first vice president. This was happening. This was a big deal. And then all of a sudden, these two people down here pop out this image that just said everything. Mr. B, take it away.
First and foremost, how are both of you doing?
Great.
Good. You guys enjoy your holidays too? Pretty smooth?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You didn't pull an Annabelle, did you?
I didn't hear you.
I am not doing what Annabelle's doing, and my mom's watching.
That's good. Well, once again, extremely happy to have both of you with us this evening. Thank you so much for making the time to be here with us. A few questions for you guys. First and foremost, I was interested to know, how did this collaboration even happen? How did this get started?
Well,
Sirron was busy.
yeah, I went over to Sirron's gallery unannounced, but I had been trying to get with him since 2017, off and on, when he answered the phone or whatever. And I said, I got to talk to him because I had this idea. And he kind of cracked the door. His dogs are barking at me. And then he's like, I'm too busy. I got to go. And he says, and I said, hey, man, Sirron, look, I'm your biggest fan. You got to just give me a minute, just a second, And he said, okay, come on in. Because I've been admiring his work for a while,
Right on. Well, let me take this over. I feel like this was a really awful time this year in terms of me being busy, and Bria was my right hand woman to really help me through all the work that we had this summer. I really do apologize, but I'm just kind of a focused guy, and I didn't have exactly the time and actually, really, to be honest with you, the talent to serve your needs. And I thought, at that moment, Bria would be the one. So I know for sure, I remember that I got a text from Bria maybe 3 or 4 hours later saying, thank you for the connection. So I know you immediately called her. So what happened after that?
Bria and I met in front of a burrito shop off of Valencia, I think it was. And we started talking and just getting to know one another. And then I started sharing some of the things I had been doing with the pop-up protests and the shirts that I had designed that were, Muhammad Ali knocking out Donald Trump. Because I was using a different artist at the time, a guy named Nate Tan, who was one of the top taggers in the San Francisco area that also does out-of-the-box kind of artwork. And she kind of was laughing at the things that, because I didn't have anything to show her. I was just telling her, I had, the shirt that says, I'm not an anti-American, it was anti-stupid. And she was kind of, and I guess just enjoying me spewing all these different things, which really made no sense, I don't think, at the time to her, until she started, until she went to the website and started looking at some of the images that I had to have her clean up, as a matter of fact. And, she says, okay, well, let's, this is my fee, and let's, see what we can do, kind of thing. It was about a half hour, 45-minute chat. Yeah. So I said, well, let's get started.
And then what about you, Bria?
Yes, that. I got a text or an email from Gordon, and he said he just met with you, and I was like, all right, let's do it.
How did then this specific thing, because I know that this project was not presented to me originally. It was something that was a lot more graphic and text-based. That's why I thought Bria would be the better person for it, just because she handled all my kind of graphics and text stuff. How did this come about?
That was after she cleaned up some of the other artwork that I had, but that was stirring around in my head. Actually, what was stirring around in my head was one of the last debates I saw her in with Joe Biden, and she said they were talking about busing, and she had a quote that stuck with me that said, "That little girl was me," and so that stayed with me for a while. And I was like, how can we do something with this, And then I, shared with Bria after we did some other work, and we just kind of went with it. I said, I think, I thought about Harriet Tubman, I thought about Barbara Jordan, Shirley Chisholm as other characters in this concept. And then we settled on Ruby Bridges. Because we even had, we were thinking about Harriet Tubman sitting in a rocking chair behind her as she walked by. You remember that, Bria? We considered that, yeah. I wanted Kamala to be fierce. I wanted her to be empowered and also empower other people just by viewing this image. And then the Ruby part of it came in, and we kind of took that, and it just started, it touched us. So we just kept moving with that in that direction, changing Kamala's shoes, shortening the height of the one that represents Ruby. I think this was the first one we did, walking in and out of the picture with the Chuck Taylors and the Timberlands to represent her swag,
Yeah.
But she was campaigning wearing Timberlands and Chuck Taylors,
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Wow, deep. I'm so glad. That's why we have you here. Mr. B, you want to ask them some questions?
Yeah, so what's the future look like for you two?
What's the what?
The future look like for both of you?
Oh. Undetermined.
Okay.
What about in terms of your collaboration together?
Yeah.
We could do brilliant things together. It's up to Bria.
Right
on.
I
have a question.
With projects and other things, because we have a lot of attention on us and we have a platform. Bria has a very large platform now in the art world, which I didn't prepare for. We're being bombarded by major artists and museums from across the country, and Bria has a voice. I wanted to help her, her career. Because the thing with me, I can't always find the artist that wants to do or step outside of the box with some political twist to an image. They don't like to do that. You got to find the right artist that is daring to do that. Because I come up with some crazy things, and I want it to be impactful. Notice without words, and people can look at it and go, "Wow!" Or you have a T-shirt on in the store, because I was a T-shirt guy. And people stop you in the produce section and go, "Hey, that's funny." And that's kind of how my shirts are right now. Where'd you get that?
Right. Question. I have a big question. So do you know if Kamala Harris has actually seen this? We assume.
I'm almost 100% yes, because Willie Brown is a friend of my lawyer, and so we sent a couple dozen shirts up for the the powers of the Democratic Party here in San Francisco, or there in San Francisco, because I'm in Sacramento. And her granddaughter, her niece, and her sister, and the whole Willie Brown crew. The power, the power brokers.
Yeah, that's the genesis of the whole thing.
He used to be her mentor
in a lot of ways.
Yeah. He saw the image. He saw the image in his early production through my lawyer's brother, and he says, "You better hurry up and get me some of these so I can get them to her." So we,
So you made T-shirts? You guys produce T-shirts? Do you have a website? Do we have that website up? Where are they sold at?
Yeah, WTFAmerica2017.com.
Oh, okay. So that was the website that was up. And then prints? Are there prints?
Yes. 18 by 24. We're trying to do some printed canvas pieces. We have a lot more. The new website goes up on the 12th, so we have a lot more items going into the e-commerce store that's going to draw a lot of attention as we get closer to the inauguration.
We can get prints and everything at that website below.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Wait till the 12th, because there's going to be a lot more.
Okay, so on the 12th, that is going to become even more of a relevant website. I definitely want one. I'm happy to pay for it, but personally, I think that people should be dropping them off at my doorstep. But that's just me. That's just me. But I'm happy to pay. I was a small little part of it, so if somebody can think about giving me a T-shirt and a print, that's just me. Okay. You know what? I'm just so proud, Mr. B. Do we have any more questions? Do we have any more questions for this crew here?
I think we're good on the questions, but I just want to thank you two very much once again for spending some time with us and giving us some behind the scenes about how this all came to be.
Of course.
Yeah, very, very generous for your time. I mean, I feel like I'm going to tell this to you honestly, and I think that's like, I think this is a kind of an example of how viral this is. I am not on Instagram at all, hardly. I really kind of try to stay away from it. My Annabelle handles all that, but I literally saw this and I saw the image and I was like, wow, smart idea. I saw it for maybe a couple weeks before I found out that was Bria. It's bad. I feel really bad, but at the same time, it truly went viral. And I never knew until I got a Google alert from the LA Times that I had anything to do with this image. So I just want to thank you for including me in some small way for your true victory for yourselves. But I also feel like a victory for what this piece says and what we're all experiencing at this time. So thank you for being a part of that and celebrating that for us.
That was the most important thing we wanted to do, was educate and to touch people's consciousness with this image. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and I want to thank you too. So, I mean, I've already texted you. We've already talked about this, but you really were like, I moved here in January and had nothing. And you were the connecting point from point A to point B where I am now and able to be a social justice advocate and doing art for a living. And so you are no small part of this. You deserve way more than
right on. Well, then good. I guess I'm getting a T-shirt then.
We gotta hook you guys up. Yeah.
If it helps, I don't even have one yet. So.
Right on. All right. Well, then I don't feel so bad then. So the 12th, everybody hit that site up on the 12th. Roy, give it up one more time.
Yes.
Woo! And we put the horns in there. Hit that site up the 12th one more time. Get yourself some merchandise. Honor our new vice president, our Bay Area champion. I was so happy for that interview. One of our best, Mr. B. How'd you think about that?
I liked it. It just, like I said, I was really excited to have both of them on too. Just for as recent as viral as that image has been, it's just cool to have them.
It was super cool. I am super proud. I'm like a proud father in a lot of ways. I was able to kind of bring that connection, but also, it's been great to work with Bria. You've worked with Bria. She's been part of our team for teaching and doing our design work. So it's great that we're all kind of, and you too, we're all kind of like coming together and we're all lifting each other up. Now, listen. That being said, Mr. B, how do you feel in investing in yourself?
I think it's an extremely important thing to do. The number one thing you can invest in is yourself. Or the second most important thing is maybe investing in an art studio.
That is true. I invested in myself over the past month to what I did, to the point where I spent time just solely focused on me and my studio. And I never have time to do that. This is a luxury. I had this one small moment. And so over the past month, I actually redesigned my studio, the front and the inside and all that. I made it presentable. I've been in my studio for 9 months. No one's even known I've been here. But now everybody knows because rightfully so, Bria helped me design the front windows, and I kind of turned a little gallery space in the front. So I actually made a video where I actually wear a really cool sweatshirt from my boys State of Flux. But I have a little tour of the studio. Nino came over and put together a nice video for us. So Roy, take it away, man. Play my studio tour video for us.
We are on 24th Street here in the Mission District of San Francisco, California. Now, this side of 24th Street is the Latinx Cultural District of San Francisco. Now, this area right here is full of all Latinx artists. It's full of all different kinds of Latino culture. But the cool thing is it's filled with a bunch of murals. Another cool thing is I'm around people of color. So it feels good, it's inspiring, it's a really great place to have my studio. Here we are. We're on the corner of Bryant and 24th Street in the Mission District of San Francisco, California. Now, the coolest thing about having my studio here is I have a mural over there, I have a mural a couple blocks that way, and so to be surrounded by my work and the community that I serve is super special. So listen, this is my studio. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Let's go inside. I'm usually really busy doing commissions, but when I do have free time, I like to do some paintings. So on this little space right here in my studio, I kind of call this my gallery, and this is where I hang all my paintings. Now, if I was gonna show it at a regular gallery, they would take 50% of my money. And so in this situation, I can circumvent that all by just having my own studio space and gallery. Okay, now, I definitely paint a lot of murals and I definitely use paint with that, but some of my murals are actually done digitally, and so this is my computer setup. Now, this is my CPU and this is a screen that I just drawn, so I can design and create a lot of murals just here in this little setup. Now, for inspiration are my toys. Some of the toys I've had since I was a little kid, and then other toys are toys that are from cartoon animated shows that I really loved. And so every time I'm working, I can look up there for inspiration. This concludes the studio tour. Right here, this is my backyard. This is an opportunity for me to just kind of chill. Sometimes I paint back here. It's an opportunity for my dogs to go to the bathroom, but it's great to just have this nice spot in the Mission just for me to be able to relax and concentrate on my work. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming out and visiting my studio.
Nino, he hates me. You had to put that last shot in when I miss at the end. Man, that's terrible.
You had to end on a bucket, but it looked good though. That's a beautiful studio you got, man. Those are huge upgrades from. I mean, when you first.
Yeah, I spent a little time there. It's nice now. So eventually, when the world opens, I'll be able to put some pieces there. Right now, it's just a little bit of stuff that I had left over from my show last year, and I made a couple pieces like that horizontal piece. You like that piece, huh, Annabelle? Bring Annabelle back up in here.
I love that piece. So,
you like that piece?
Hey, I've known you for over 15 years. And so I've seen your work grow immensely. And so that piece, man, it's beautiful. So colorful.
I just don't do that stuff, you know, just because nobody pays me to do that kind of stuff. So when I had this month, that's what I did. Stuff, you know, that well, I guess she always says I never get her anything, so I guess I know what I'm getting her now. A horizontal piece. Okay, let's thank everybody. Ricky Scolari, he was great. He wrote all our jokes. He wrote the news. He wrote Orange and Banana. I have nothing to do with that. Funny. Because I'm not funny. No, it's true. I can draw somebody to be very funny. Okay. I want to thank my wife, my mom and dad. I hope my dad survived. Number one, getting out of the garage. And number two, my mom making him put up Christmas decorations, which I know has got to be rough for my dad because my mom is elaborate with that kind of stuff. But I love you, Mom and Dad. I'll see you guys soon. Hey, everybody, listen. We do this episode the second week of every month. And so technically, the next month is January. I'm definitely going to take off. I'm going to take a little break. But we're going to come back February. And the second week in February, does anybody know what the second week in February is? No, that's my birthday. So
Happy
we are
birthday.
going to have a birthday show. I am sexy, Ricky. You know it, baby. We are going to have a birthday show February, second week in February. I'm going to have my birthday on my show. So the art show is going to be a birthday art show.
Tuesday,
Balloons,
February
Roy,
9th,
balloons. Thank you,
2021.
I will be 49, so we're gonna kind of quasi celebrate online. And all I know is it'll be a birthday party, and I know my parents will be there because they're always here for my shows. Okay.
Maybe there'll be a special day.
All right,
Also
everyone.
happening
Thank
in
you,
January,
Joe.
Sirron, is you have some after-school art programs too. That's happening in January.
Oh, wow, you can put that up? Wow, technology. That is right. Look at that.
Bro.
That is awesome. Yes,
Emails
we have
on
a
art
new
show.
teacher too.
We will be having some after-school art programs Monday through Friday, 4 to 5. And they will be taught by me and another teacher we brought on board, Mr. Gideon. And we're offering cartooning, animation, and comics, different levels to each. So if you're a beginner, we have an option for that. And if you're a returning artist, we also have an option for you too. So if you have any other information, be sure to check out our website at SirronNorrisAcademy.com. There'll also be a lot of flyers for it via social media too. But just reach out to anybody, one of us, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
We're back. We're back with a new section. After Mr. B, compliments to you. You've been tutoring a lot of kids during this time through the academy, and we appreciate it. Sending out that cartoon love to all those kids out there in quarantine. So yes, we are back. Like I said, I'm going to take a month off. We've been doing this for 5 months, and still my parents are the only ones that watch. But that's okay. It's not about that. It's about me creating art, and this is the only creative outlet that I have. And so this is going to be, this is really for me mostly and my parents. And today, Bria's mom, but she's watching. So other than that, I'm going to skip next month. We're going to take the month off, but look back for some more orange and banana. Who knows what's going to happen there? They might actually fight and turn into a smoothie.
Or the banana.
Who knows?
Or maybe El Burro will come into the picture.
Oh man. Okay, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.
We had a great show. Have a good New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Whatever you're into, enjoy it. And please don't be like Annabelle. Don't collect as a family. Stay away. Just do some Zoom stuff. Who knows what's going to happen to her in a week? Okay.
I will see you all in a week.
Be safe
all right,
out there.
everybody. Bye-bye.
See you later. Thank you.
Happy holidays.